But on Blackhawk's side is they know these guys are going to go aggressive, but who are they going to lock out? Who are they going to ban? Koshka, Rona, Adagio, there's so much picks and options for them that I'm assuming like the first two bans on each team is going to be a roamer because like they're able to like choose out and single out certain comps ahead of time.
Right, and of course the Adagio comes out, so Rome once again, correct. Four-core Jester, is there anything in particular you think that either teams have to look out for?
Arden.
Just, you know, just more Ardens.
Schwen. He's just fantastic. I mean, that's a big reason why they're actually into this game series.
That is definitely true. And we do see
Koshka.
actually a Koshka ban.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Pandas, this is it. Arden time right here.
It's going to happen.
It definitely is Arden.
Yeah. 100%?
100%.
It's
Boom.
an Arden. 100%.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
100%.
All right. So, as expected, we do see an Arden coming out to the Angry Pandas. Schwan definitely shows us, you know, the breaking point, carry Arden, very, very effective in the last set. And what will Blackhawk do to counter this?
I'm assuming that they're going to probably pick Rona for sure, maybe a Sky with it.
So Rona, Sky, definitely very... Oh, that is
not?
neither of them.
So they're taking the last...
That's one of them.
That's kind of weird because like all these roamers are already out, and there's a small chance that Angry Pandas is going to run like a double roamer. So I'm not sure like why they picked their captain first, but in their mind like they probably have like a player ahead of time. I still think they're going to try and secure that last pick in Rona, though, unless Angry Panda picks them up right now.
Yeah, so Angry Pandas does have the option of picking up wherever they want. They do find the Vox, and they do take the Rona, so this is a little bit dicey for Blackhawk.
Oh, definitely. Like, with Angry Pandas, is like now they have a mid-scaling comp, so they can't be so aggressive in the jungle early game. They have to be able to play smart. They have to be able to, like, avoid those level 1 to 3 fights, because with Blackhawk is, if they put this guy in the jungle, she's going to go wreck face.
Yeah, certainly. So... Tasty Bacon, is there anything in particular you think that Blackhawk should do to, you know, take advantage of the Angry Pandas lineup?
I mean, to be completely honest, going back to the first day of this tournament, when these two teams played, we all thought that Angry Pandas won the draft phase each game, but they just looked outmatched in the actual game itself, as we see a Taka.
Okay.
Question mark
So
the question mark was
Tony
strong.
Luo is not in
Literally everyone was just silent leading up to that.
I was laughing.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Tony Luo is not in this game, and he's not on Blackhawk. So this is actually a very interesting pick. So I imagine Taka is going to be trying to run over the Vox. Rome, what is the goal of Taka pick?
Like, imagining how these team fights are going to go, I actually feel really bad on the Blackhawk side and how they pick up their composition. Taka cannot do anything against Arona like mid-game, late game. And because Taka has a very slow start also, I don't see much of an advantage there. So pretty much what we're going to try and see is like Taka is going to be trying to assassinate this Vox, who has an Arden like pretty much standing back there, backing him up with that Vanguard. So in terms of team fights and how it goes, I'm actually really worried unless like this Taka starts to picking up like early game kills, getting that like lane ganks, and then building up early breaking points to be able to combat in this Rona later on.
Right, so before we move on to the game, is there any last final thoughts you have for these?
I really like the Angry Pandas composition, and I hope they play it smart. I hope they play it well, make those early game choices. But with on Blackhawk side is they do have a chance. Like if they're able to outplay, I'm assuming that, I'm hoping that they're actually trying to put this Taka up in lane. And where he can get all that farm, he has that mobility to be able to like Kaku and just rotate down and help out his jungle.
Yeah, for sure. So taking it into the action, we will have Four-Court Jester and Tasty Bacon.
All right, thank you, Zakent, as we are getting set to get underway for our final series of the day. One last spot is left in the semifinals, and we're about to find out who is going to secure it.
It's going to be quite the story if it goes to a Taka. Quite the story. This is our first Taka pick.
It is. It's the first Taka here in the European finals. We did see it a couple times in North America, but we have yet to see it here in Europe as the Angry Pandas getting themselves psyched up and ready to go for game number 1. The concentration there on the side of Blackhawk. And this is going to be a big one. I mean, again, it's the last semifinal spot on the line.
It's something that, again, Human has said a little bit earlier. The mental fortitude of the Pandas is absolutely astounding. You saw them right there. You said, amping up. It just looked like, family. We're all together. We're sticking through this one. They're all so happy all the time. It's almost infuriating sometimes. But, the Angry Pandas coming into this have such strong mental fortitude, and they got such, massive comfort picks onto this one. Leia on Vox again. That was a big point in the last game series. And, of course, Schwen on that Arden. Like, he was the guy that actually showed us, our first breaking point Arden, and now it's been 3 times today.
Yeah, we had Humist and Zakent earlier calling them the happy pandas. Maybe it's that they're so happy that they make you angry, and that's why it's Angry Pandas.
That they're happy that they make you angry?
Yeah, you said it's almost infuriating sometimes, so it's Angry Pandas because they make you angry by being happy pandas.
All right, even to throw even more things to the wind, this is a laning Taka. This is a Sasuke here in lane with a book of eulogies. And, well, unfortunately, just nothing really come out of the Angry Panda gank right there. But now, Bash and Cold Ice, they could actually find Lele. He needs to get that Sonic zoom out. But look at the mobility. Look at the distance closers right here and there. And, wow, Leia was actually going to survive through that one. No more turret shots for Bash. That actually could have been a very important return kill right there. But again, you throw Cold Ice with the Suri Strikes with those forward barrages. You got the stun to set up, and Sasuke can get into that back.
Yes, that Sonic Zoom was so important. It got him out of the angle of the forward barrage coming out of Cold Ice and was the reason why Lele was able to survive. But, we heard Rome before this game saying this is where he wanted to see the Taka being used. So definitely there's something to it, as Sasuke is going to be just trying to farm up, making sure he stays relatively even with Leia, and he's doing a good job of it thus far.
Yeah, well, that's because Schwen's here. I mean, the 2v1 pressure is just nothing that Sasuke can kind of deal with on his own. We are letting Rona just kind of basically roam around free at this point with Danir. And, well, Bastion and Cold Ice will find him the forward barrage. Well, I've seen better. So Danir's just going to walk out of this one. But as long as he keeps just kind of roaming around by himself, that solo experience is going to get him to level 6 very quickly.
Yeah, and Sasuke in the lane. It's going to be Bastion coming in just to try and say, hey, why don't you guys back off of our turret, back off my laner a bit. Meanwhile, Cold Ice making an aggressive move to try and steal away these back camps. But we've seen plays like this happen before, and the fact that he had to wait a little bit means he could end up in a risky position, but nobody from Angry Pandas is back to try and stop him.
Sasuke has basically been a punching bag for the last few moments here in lane. He's just continually getting down and down, especially going up against 2v1. But because it's the 2v1 scenario in lane, that's why Cold Ice can actually do this. He's going for that back. He's going for that counter invade. And that's a phenomenal move out of Blackhawk because there's really nothing to punish him. I mean, even if Schwen finds him, like, what's he going to do?
Yeah, well, we're about to find out what he's going to do as they are going in for a fight.
Yeah, Danir is actually there. The entire team is there, and, well, they just really collapsed very nicely on top of that one. The Sky is going to drop, and now Bash is unfortunately running kind of the wrong way. Does he have a Merciless Pursuit? He does, so he's actually going to be totally fine. I don't think Lele can catch up to that.
Yeah, not quite enough move speed here with the Vox. The Sonic Zoom isn't going to get him close enough. However, that is still that kill going over to Angry Pandas.
Oh, Sasuke again.
1-0.
That blood for blood, like the Vanguard taking out the turret a little bit there. Like Schwen is really just making sure that Sasuke doesn't have the hit points to do anything to that lane. Danir, however, into this lane, still can't actually pick up that kill on top of Bash, and now he has to deal with Cold Ice, and the lock-on is just making sure that it's just not happening. He's going to get the back there, but no, okay. Into the fray. It will actually defeat Cold Ice for now, but Bash, all he has to do is get off a stun. He will get the stun, but not before he goes down. And is Danir actually going to live through this one? No.
He walked back into the very end of the forward barrage, but just ran out of space to go.
As well, during all of that, again, like the two-man lane pressure there, they did take down Sasuke. Again, like that punching bag mentality brought him down low enough that Leia was able to take a kill and a turret. So it doesn't even matter, really, that Danir, went down by the end of it. He traded out a kill, and these guys get a turret for it.
Yeah, 3-1 in kills, and also a gold lead of about 1,300 here early on. Angry Pandas are looking significantly better in this game than they did in their entire first series against Blackhawk.
Well, yeah, so Rome kind of did say, they were trying out a little bit things, and it did not work at all. 14-1 in game 1, 14-2 in game 2.
And Leia making me very happy. Finally, a Vox picks up an alternating current, and he grabs it as the first item 5 minutes into the game.
Praise the vein.
Vox is going to be so powerful. It's a huge early game power spike, and I was really starting to get confused as to why none of these Vox players were picking it up.
Well, I mean, you're always talking about like the breaking point first on Kroll. Now we finally got an alternating current here on a Vox. I mean, Mr. Bacon, you just got to be going home a happy man tonight.
Yeah, the European scene is picking up the items that I want them to finally. But we see the decent gold payout being picked up very early on, and now it's the full-on fight afterwards.
Yeah, Schwen is going to go down for it, but he was able to keep Rona alive. Oh my goodness, just so many traps going down, but unfortunately just nothing to be done for it. But the Vanguard on top of the Rona did keep Denier going. So Lele comes out of okay. Denier is going to be all right. Schwen, fine. All right, he went down, but they did actually secure the gold mine in the process.
Yeah, so getting 150 gold per player is definitely worth giving up a single kill. However, we do see right now the aggressive jungling techniques of Cold Ice paying off once again, as he's going to be able to recall safely.
Schwen picks up not only the Shiver Steel, but if you look at the end of that inventory, he has a Swift Shooter. He's thinking of getting that breaking point sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that may be coming out as possibly even the next item, which would be extremely surprising to me. I mean, obviously we know he likes to get it, but to get it before getting a real full defensive item.
All right. So we did already use that Vanguard. Schwen has to deal with Sasika, and I'm not entirely too sure he's going to be that good up against that Taka. Now, we did actually have Cold Ice playing a little bit of interference, but the team entirely comes down. They want to make sure that they have strength in numbers, and now Sasika, he's unfortunately just separated from his team. This is why if you get together and you Death Ball, it's definitely going to be a bit better. I don't know what the deal with the minion mine is, but that's just not going to go down. And remember, that turret is out, which means we're now pushing Passion and Cold Ice back to the second set.
Yeah, and there's going to be a gauntlet going down. They dive.
Godness, like, that gauntlet was absolutely phenomenal. We will get off that death from above. Denier, come on, Denier right over the wall with the end of the fray. Absolutely phenomenal. Schwen still going to be protecting Leia right there as well. Sasika is just can't go one-on-one against him.
Yeah, Sasiska is having a lot of trouble here thus far, as they do finally pick up Denier, but they're going to pay for it.
Are they? Are they? Schwen not paying for it.
Oh, very nice play by Sasiska, finally getting something
Bash.
going.
You cheeky Bash right there. One stun and he gets away the skin of his teeth. But Leia not able to return any of those kills.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to be able to pick a couple up on the return there, but just not quite enough. And there's the Fountain of Renewal now being finished by Bashen, which, again, you compare it to Zhuan, who has instead opted to, not go for the upgraded boots, has the Swift Shooter, not getting that big team helping defensive utility item.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said for the mentality. Either you get the defensive items so you live through the fights, or you just kill everyone. I mean, those are the two big philosophies that we got going right now.
Yeah, and we'll have to see which philosophy does pan out, as Blackhawk is definitely doing a great job of coming back in this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is still pretty much anybody's game right now. 1,400 gold between him is not an insurmountable sum, but if Schwen keeps taking a lot of these forward barrages, it's going to be very hard to fight. The Storm Shield goes out, Bash is able to get some good reflex, and again, Schwen just gets hit and hit. He's the big target, but so far, not a huge amount has actually accomplished here.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's gonna soak up that poke and harass, you want it to be the Arden. So not that big of a deal that he is taking that, and now everyone is just gonna kind of back off as they make their way back up into the lane.
He picks up the Dragon Heart, so we're just gonna keep on with that attack speed for now. He needs to be a little bit more tanky, but the other big thing is so far we are keeping that gold mine in the possession of the Angry Pandas, and it's about to pay out in the next few seconds.
Yeah, that's going to be a good chunk of gold going over to them, 900 to be exact, as they should be able to protect this one. It doesn't look like Blackhawk is even really all that interested in trying to make a move for it, although that could change very quickly, but instead it looks like they're going to be going for a push onto the turret.
Well, that's just going to force the hand here of the Angry Pandas, and if we can put them into this funnel, I mean, that's going to be great for Cold Ice. That's going to be the gauntlet now into the back. The Kaku was there for Sasika, but I don't know. I mean, the damage seems to be going wild on both sides. The red mist is keeping Denier going. He is really just spinning like a top, and that is enough to keep him up and get the kill on top of the Catherine. Schwen is still doing that face tanking thing, and now the X-Retsu by the end of it will return the kill, but now the big dodge is actually going to trade it out 2 for 3. We still get the ace. Lele is the only one to be living through that, but Sasuke at the very end of it, able to still take home a few kills.
Yeah, and you don't want Lele to be the one living through that if you are on the side of Blackhawk, because you're seeing just how much damage is getting done to this turret. Not quite going to have enough to take it, maybe, unless he sticks around. No, he is going to back off.
Bashed on the minion. I don't think Lele is getting out of this one, not with cold ice on his tail, but that was definitely a little bit funny from Dash.
Yeah, overstaying his welcome. Lele was really wanting to get that turret down. And
what a
the kill steal coming through.
Even used ult on that one. The express did it.
I mean, it's on a 10-second cooldown. It's not like it's that big of a deal.
Fish in a barrel at that point. 8-7 for the kills, though. Angry Pandas, about 2,000 or so above. And, yeah, the gold mine paid out. There's another tiny. It is going to go the way of the Blackhawk. And, you know, about 4 minutes or so, we're going to have that Kraken. That's actually going to be a pretty big payout if the Blackhawk can actually just control this.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to actually hold it because of the fact that Angry Pandas are being so aggressive as they go in onto a fight.
Schwenschwen again just tanking everything with his face, but Sasuke as well. Even with that Fountain of Renoa, it's just not going to be enough, and Vox picks up another kill. Bash is really far forward into this one, and Cold Ice, well, sure, he's trying to do his best for that kiting maneuver. Has that Frostburn, but it's just not going to be enough. Schwenschwen as well. Is he going to live through that one? No, tanking out the turrets, and Denir, he's going to be able to finally solidify that. That's going to be an ace. He lost his regen buff because of the turret, but another turret means even more gold going to the Pandas.
Yeah, Angry Pandas are playing so well objectively. The fights are going relatively, not completely in their favor. After the last one was an ace where only one of them was alive and then got picked off. So the kills are fairly close, 11-8. However, the objective control from Angry Pandas is on point and is why they have a 4,000 gold lead with 2 turrets already taken now. And again, they had control of that gold mine for quite some time. They don't have it currently, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a fight for it within the next minute or so.
So one has to just then wonder, Sasuke picking up this laning Taka. He is 4-4-2, but it just doesn't really feel like he's getting a heck of a lot done in these fights, does it?
Yeah, and you compare the CS numbers, 74 to 116.
That is a pretty massive difference.
Yeah, that's huge. And so when there's a Vox, obviously everyone talks about the fact that Vox, very similar to Kroll, has a weak early game. And so you need to generally pick a laner against him who's going to be able to abuse that. And it just did not happen here with the Taka.
Well, not as of yet. As I said, he's 4-4-2. I mean, his single target damage, which is really all he can contribute at this point, is not insignificant. It just doesn't seem to be enough at this point. I mean, look at the opponents. 11 kills to 8. 6 of those kills are on Lele. He has really been just living through a lot of these fights. Schwenschwen has not only the Warhorn to go with that Shiver's Steel, but there's that breaking point as well.
Yeah, the breaking point coming out for the damage, and now an infusion. So
Schwenschwen to a T.
He's looking to do so much on this the pseudo carry Arden. And it's just going to be so much damage when these fights really start breaking out now.
As soon as they find someone, Warhorn into it, but I'm not entirely too sure Bash is going to be worth those cooldowns. Again, he just tanks out that forward barrage. That's going to be a stun into the back. He's going to go straight to Cold Ice as Bash is just kind of left to his own defenses. Into the fray from Denir is going to be able to clean that one up. And would you believe that Schwenschwen is still ticking? Cold Ice, however, is going to take a little bit of a dirt nap. And Taka is going to live and go to Fountain and just not be a factor again.
Yeah, it prevents the ace, so, not completely a poor decision. And now, there you go, picking up a kill as Zuen just gets a bit too greedy. However, there is going to be the minion mines now starting to pick up. Here comes Salsiska.
Oof.
Biting off a bit more than he could chew.
Leia just absolutely doing phenomenal stuff. Alternating current with that fusion, has that Frostburn as well, and just for good measure, a chronograph. But yeah, Schwenschwen a little bit too greedy. Then, of course, Blackhawk had a little bit of a surge of hope, and Sasuke will go down 5-5 to go with the 4-4 from before. But 14-9, there's the decent gold payout as the Kraken has finally come onto the fold. And, man, that's a very pretty tree.
Yeah, it's the red tree. And everyone was very sad when
No, it's not. Yeah.
but it's the main one, and it was the leaves had fallen off.
Are you getting
during
into
the-
lore here, or is this literally just a tree?
I don't know.
All right, fair enough.
They talk about it on the dev streams a lot, so.
Must
So
be a very important
I figured there's some
symbolic thing.
kind of importance to it.
All right, well, we'll ask the devs when we get the chance. 6,500 gold between him. Shuen, no fear, just goes right back into it. Sasuke, ooh, it was very, very worried for him right there, but does not get initiated upon. BlH is once more just kind of stuck at their chokehold.
Yeah, and actually Taka did get the bone saw to help kind of burst through the armor that is starting to be built by both Leia and Denier, but it's, again, as you mentioned, it almost feels like it's just too little coming out as the gauntlet.
Yeah, but it does get defeated. That was a Warhorn Gauntlet combo right there, but Sasuke goes back in. They trying to punish out Shuen. That's now going to be the death from above. Doesn't actually look like it's going to be hitting anyone, but it did cut off that escape. Shuen goes back in, and that's going to be a red mist kill right there for Denier, as once more, Taka's just going to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah, the damage coming out of this side of Angry Pandas is absolutely massive. Obviously, again, Kraken is on the map, and they have this huge 7,000 gold lead here, 16.5 minutes in. Angry Pandas, they have come out with a vengeance here in day 2 of this tournament.
Yeah, they did not look very strong at all in their first matchup against these guys. And I'm actually very happy that we did get at least one of these rematches, because you really do get to explore, the growth of the teams. How much have they learned these last 2 days, watching these games, reevaluating their strategies, and going from a 14-1 loss to almost the return. It's 15-9. Now for Angry Pandas. I mean, that shows some really good, learning and growing, and just coming back into this one with a vengeance kind of mentality for the Pandas. And again, Human has said it, the mental fortitude, I think, is a big key here.
Yeah, and again, part of it is also just adapting to playing on the live stage. Like, it is something that a lot of people overlook when they think about playing in an event like this, is that there is a lot of pressure being put onto you that you may not even think about until you're actually up there playing, and all of a sudden, you realize there's a crowd, there's an audience. This is a huge event, and it can affect you mentally even if you don't realize it.
All right, so Shuen once more there in the front. This turret is just not going to be lasting. Finally, the chokehold is broken. Death from above is just going to get ignored. The gauntlet went down to no effect here either, and the Angry Pandas are just not going to find an angle into the base here of BlH. But they did take down another turret, more gold into their pocket. They're cleaning up the jungle and trying to just starve out the team here on the right for a little bit longer. They're even going to pick up these minion mines, and that's just really going to keep BlH, again, just very much confined to their base. That takes Retsu in, and the silence just counters everything. The Rona comes in with a vengeance. Leia's going to pick up that bash, but at the same time, Denier did go down, but Cold Ice is going to make it an ace, and that is Leia and Shuen now going ridiculous in this match.
Yeah, and that was the fight that BlH wanted. They got in, they jumped onto Leia. Shuen was not there, and they still could not secure the fight victory, as they are now going to be taking up this Kraken. They did lose Denier, but again, doesn't matter when you still have both Leia and Shuen to take the Kraken, and of course the ace buffed minions now working their way into the base as well.
So again, we're going to be looking a lot at Shuen because he just really plays this very different Arden. After we got picked up not only the Shiver Steel and the Warhorn, but then we had, of course, our breaking point, Fountain of Renewal. So again, you said a little bit, needs a bit more defensive, just like an Arden should. Look at that last item. Barbed Needle.
Definitely a unique build for the Arden.
And he's had infusions for at least the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, full infusions, well, almost full infusions for Angry Pandas. They're just missing the 2 crystal infusions there. But they have the Kraken pushing in now. They're going to be looking for this final fight and looking to take game 1 of this best of 3.
Well, the Roams are going to just trade out a few of their hit points. That death from above was probably not the best that I've ever seen, but Cold Ice and crew, they need to defend against this. That's going to be now a gauntlet. Turret is down. The Kraken is starting to munch away, and the damage is absolutely real. The red mist in there as well. Vox takes home not only a kill, but the turret, and now this is going to be game number 1, as the Pandas are kind of a big deal here, Bacon. They get the turrets. They push in phenomenally well, 20 kills to 10. And